The Brothers Show is for informational and entertainment purposes only. All content, including but not limited to audio, video, transcripts, graphics, logos, and show formats, is the sole and exclusive property of TWF Productions, and is protected by copyright and trademark laws. No part of this program may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form without the express written permission of the firm. Any opinions expressed by hosts, cats, or guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views of TWF Productions. By appearing on this program, guests acknowledge that TWF Productions retains all rights to the recording and may use, edit, and distribute the content in perpetuity across any and all media platforms. TWF Productions makes no guarantees regarding the accuracy or completeness of the information shared. Under no circumstances shall the company be liable for any losses or damages resulting from your reliance on the information provided in this program. Lastly, the content provided does not constitute legal, financial, or professional advice. Your use of this information, or any communication with the hosts or guests via this program, does not create an attorney-client relationship between you and the Weems firm, P.C., or any of its attorneys.
He is my king, he is my one. Yes, he's my father, yes, he's my son. I can talk to him, cause he understands everything I go through and everything I am. He's my support system, I can't live without him. The best thing since sliced bread is his kiss, his hugs, his lips, his touch. And I just want the whole world to know about my black brother. I love you, and I'll never try to hurt you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true. Cause you're my black brother, strong brother, and there is no one above you. I want you to know that I'm here for you forever true.
Aparicio and Antavius roll like tides. College days, Clark Atlanta, where it all collides. Fred stepped in, the trio came alive. 3 voices, 1 mic, now the stories thrive. Late nights, deep talks, the bonds grew tight. From dorm room dreams to the podcast light. Brotherhood on air, we laugh, we share. Spinning life stories, no truth left spare. Brotherhood on air, pull up a chair, 3 minds, 1 heart, we're at.
Friday again.
It is
Happy
Friday.
Friday. Happy Friday.
Hey.
What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, fellas?
Man, you know,
Happy
good
Friday.
week. Slow week.
Fred, you looking like a cranberry cocktail over there.
Hey, that's what I was going for today, fellas.
Right.
Going for.
See, this is what happened last week. See, Weems will throw his shot. If I'd have said something after, Fred had been on me all show. See?
Oh,
I don't think you're gonna escape it though, bro.
you ain't
You
gonna escape
can't
tonight,
escape.
brother. We got special guests tonight. You know we ain't escaping tonight,
Uh,
bro.
I got on a good shirt for this one,
Hey,
for this interview.
I done had
I wouldn't have got my shirt out the cleaners for my brother. So what's been going on with you this week? Y'all talk to me. What's your week been like?
Oh, man, it's been good on my end. I found out some good information. I found out where K Michelle was from. And I just
where's she from, Fred?
Where's she from?
she's from Memphis, Tennessee.
Overton High School.
She's talking.
Oh, wait. Hold on now.
Look, Al, talk about
Here, brother was asking me, talking about, do I have a case quarter? I was like, a what? Hey, bro, you got a case quarter.
Al, do you know K Michelle? You know everybody.
Yeah, I didn't know her personally, but she went to school with my cousins over at Overton. It was performing arts school. What? You look
Which
yummy.
cousin? Al.
You know everybody.
Ed.
Yeah.
Which cousin Ed?
Ed.
Yeah.
Cousin Ed.
Cousin
Say because
Ed.
you got his butt
Yeah,
with
you
butt
gotta say-
naked.
You gotta say
Let me ask you a
cousin.
question. How many siblings does your mother have?
2. Well, whoa. Yeah, just 1.
How many siblings does your father have?
My biological father?
Yeah.
9, I think.
Oh wow.
Yeah, no,
Help me understand how you get all these damn cousins
In every state.
Well,
in every state
that would be a good
and the
prelude.
territories. Because you got some in Puerto Rico,
That's-
Guam, and the
That
U.S.
would be a
Virgin.
great interlude to our discussion for next week. But as you know, I grew up with 5 generations. So actually, Ed is my mother's cousin. Then makes me his second cousin? However all that thing go. But those
Damn.
I call cousin are actually like either my great cousin or my mom's cousin, something to that effect. You know, back then they was popping them out early and young, bro.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Early and young.
Absolutely.
So,
I just know every time we go somewhere, man, you get lost to go find a cousin.
cousin. Chicago, Detroit, LA.
But you know where you did not find the cousin at?
Where?
I gotta give you credit. There's one place we went that you did not find the cousin. Or maybe the cousin that found you.
Where?
It's in New Orleans.
He found a cousin.
Actually, and he lives here. Tony Thompson.
Oh.
Not from High Five, but yeah.
Did he live in New Orleans?
Yeah, I got family in New Orleans and in
No, I said
Shreveport.
you didn't find that cousin when we were in New Orleans, though.
No, I didn't. He was here, actually.
You know he got
He
family.
was here now.
You know Al got family in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
He let his hair down in New Orleans.
And Shreveport. Yeah, I know. About like New York, huh, Fred?
I think this is a little different. You want to trade stories? We can. We can let the audience decide.
We can start on a new episode.
Fred.
Okay, got it. No,
Want that,
we can let
Fred?
the audience. We can let our guests decide.
I'm
Fred,
going.
we got video evidence for you. I mean,
How about
every-
I tell both stories since I was there for both?
No, because your story be changing every time you tell it.
I'll take both stories.
Yeah.
Play
All right, we're gonna tell both stories at one point. So, what'd you do this week, man? How you got cramps in your fingers from braiding Susan there?
I've been grinding this week, man. You know, it's close of the year out for me. And yeah, reports, federal grant reports, getting together.
How's that going, man? Because I know that they're killing grants for minority projects, man.
Yeah, I would tell you that we probably should have known our funding back in December and January, and they still haven't told any of the programs like ours doing mentoring for our community if we are approved or not. They haven't released any funds. So right now, you know, we don't have the federal budget yet because they haven't told us, one, if we approved, and if so, how much. So it's a very stressed time. And when you got a program for the school year that is ending, people got questions.
Wow.
So
like when y'all coming back?
Yeah, but we functioning though. Don't make no mistake about it. Susan gonna make sure that National Cares Mentor Movement is good.
Yeah.
We still operating just in what capacity? Because my team was the only one funded out of a federal grant.
She got reach though, Doc. So I mean, she can.
Oh yeah.
She got a couple phone calls she can make.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they've been made. I hope.
All right, Dr. White, what your week look like, Doc?
Man, graduation just happened on Wednesday. So
Really?
we graduated 1,000. Yeah, man. We graduated about 1,000 students.
Who's your speaker?
We actually do not have a speaker.
Really?
We didn't have a speaker. We actually go all students. It was about 700 students. All of them got their name called. We were in and out of there in an hour.
I like that.
Oh, wait. They didn't get to stand up and come to the stage, I'm sure.
Stand up, come to the stage.
Cut the speaker out. Yeah.
All those things. The president does about a 10-minute like inspirational type of speech. He doesn't like to waste time. So look, in and out. But what App was saying, bro, same things happen with our TRIO programs, brother.
Really?
TRIO gets $1 billion from the federal government. They have cut TRIOs to at least $500 million, and they're supposed to end. They've moved basically the whole process to the Department of Labor. So what they're trying to do is they don't want to prepare people to go to college. They want to prepare people for for careers. So they're more push them towards technical colleges. I'm at technical college, so that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a bad thing because you cut $1 billion budget in half because you want to use more money for other things. And to the same extent, we were supposed to basically hear back about funding. We haven't heard back about funding. They changed our deadlines. Our applications for both of our TRIO programs, we usually get 6 months to write them. They gave us 4 weeks to write them. So it's like they're setting us up to fail.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
usually you lose it, huh? Dang.
Yeah. And this is all goes down the line of, all these programs are for minorities, ways to mentor, the ways to just propel them to, seek better opportunities. I mean, without trios, I wouldn't be here today doing what I'm doing. So, yeah.
For Fred, I heard a horrible rumor that you had your supervisor, you came and got your supervisor to take him to court, and you had your supervisor on the side of the road with a 3-piece suit on because you didn't put no gas in your car.
Fred. That cannot be confirmed or denied. However,
that's why he got that valet suit on, because we're gonna be in some cars for a long time. Let's do it.
However, I can't say my supervisor made it to court, kicked butt as usual. It just happened after court, so I'm sure I got but I got him there on time. He was there to do his thing. It was just after. We here.
We here now.
I've heard about it. I'm going to hear about it. It's going to continue. So,
you will.
Yeah.
Feeling, but that gas high.
We had one job to do, Fred.
Right. I just knew I had enough to get from point A to point till I got to Douglasville, where it's cheaper as opposed to App. Understand that like
it's $5 out here.
That's right. It jumped $1.50 overnight.
Yeah,
that's
$5.
It's $5, yo.
Wings, I told you need to go electric.
Premium.
Wings, you need to go electric.
Man, let me tell you something, Doc. That car gonna turn on you at some point.
Turn on me?
Yeah.
Like it's AI, it's coming to transform in my garage.
The seat gonna turn into a whole body, and it's gonna take you and just pull you into the seat. You ain't be able to move. You walk.
What, you got a Tesla?
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy, they tapped in on you. They see everything you doing inside of there.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Lamar love that car, boy.
We keep putting on the show for him, probably.
Exactly.
Nasty. All right, so listen, man, we got that's a super guest today.
Yes,
and then we got a one of our fan favorites that came back to hang out with us with the super guest. So today we have someone who's like my little brother, man. I get to call him just a client and a little brother, and that's the one and only Q Parker. Q Parker of the super group, as I would say, 112. Y'all know about him, right?
Yeah.
Man. So listen, we're gonna do hot topics, and then we got, of course, Dr. Davis Dixon, who's also here. And y'all remember Dr. Dixon? He came in and dropped that knowledge on us. Mr. Howard and Hampton himself. Right? I call him Mr. Howard Hampton himself because he's the only person that is able to go or teach at or attend both colleges and still living to tell about it. He gets to tell the story. He's telling the tale. But so are we going to do hot topics? Because I like to bring these brothers out for a hot topic. Or we can go take our first break if we're ready for it and then come back and do hot topics and bring them back out when we come back. What y'all think?
We can have them. We're gonna have them opine on the hot topics and go from there. If you guys are okay with that, take a break and roll into it.
Yeah, that's cool.
You want to take a break now and then just come back?
Yeah.
Y'all cool with y'all?
Yeah.
All right. Who's gonna take us out? Somebody take us out. Take us out.
Thank you again for tuning in to the Brothers Show this week. We'll be right back. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on social media. Brothers, PROTHAT. Be back in a minute.
Aparicio and Antavius roll like tides.
Life's challenges deserve a champion. In times like those, you want someone you can depend on. someone who'll let you begin to sleep at night. It is at that time you think of the Weems firm. From Atlanta to Los Angeles, the Weems firm will deliver for you. The Weems firm. We listen, we understand, we solve. Your story, our expertise. Visit us today.
Weems, the name that they know. In the world, all the stars, we make the glow. From LA to ACL, West and the sea.
Brothers, you fellas looking sharp today with our pastel colors for the first part of spring after the winter we had in certain parts of the country.
College days, Clark, Atlanta, where it all collides. College days, Clark, Atlanta, where it all collides. Fred stepped in, half we shared. Spinning life stories, no truth left spare. Brotherhood on air. Pull up a chair, 3 minds, 1 heart, we're everywhere.
Welcome back. I'm Brother Lamar White here, man. It's wild on these breaks when we take these breaks, man. Really wild. But look, this is what we're gonna do at this point in time. We're gonna kick it over to Fred. Or we're gonna bring in Dr. Dixon, Williams.
So I want to introduce to some and present to others. Dr. R. Davis Dixon is an assistant professor of developmental psychology at Howard University. Dr. Dixon's research explores issues of belonging, identity, and culture across the lifespan. As the leader of the Belonging, Learning, Identity, and Culture Lab, he has collected data with colleagues from partnering universities to examine the relationships between gender, cultural, and racial identities, as well as various psychological, educational, and relational outcomes. Dixon's passion is to do research that enhances the lived experiences of Black people across the lifespan. While that has primarily fallen inside the educational arena, Dr. Dixon is poised to be nimble and engage in that's a word, and engage in work that speaks to the current socio-political context. This boy must be an alpha. Thus, issues that are popular on Main Street will surely find themselves front and center in his lab's work. Previously, Dr. Dixon was an assistant professor of developmental psychology at Hampton University. Before that, he served as a senior associate for P-12 research at the Education Trust, a nonprofit education civil rights organization. In this role, Dr. Dixon conducted primary and secondary research to inform discussion and debate among education decision makers at the national, state, and local levels. Dr. Dixon completed his master's and doctoral work in developmental psychology at Howard University and holds a bachelor's degree in psychology from North Carolina Central University. And without further ado, I present to some, introduce to others, the one, the only, the alpha. I gotta just say that.
Jesus
Dr. Dixon. All right, Doc.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
What's up, alpha man?
What's happening?
I can't say that to you, cause the rest of these dudes are the Reds.
The Reds. That's crazy, yo.
We getting disrespectful tonight.
Listen.
The rest of these dudes are the Reds.
I'm glad to be back, man. I'm glad to be back. I appreciate y'all having me.
So it's good to have you. So with that, I'm gonna pass it to my brother Fred, because I know he got some drama with this hot topic stuff, bro.
You know, we all hot topic. You know, it's always gonna be something, and we are all have HBCU in us. Well, let me pause. We all have some HBCU roots. So this story, I probably should watch my words. We have a clip that we're going to play, but before we play that clip, I do want to encourage everyone to log on to YouTube we have a lot of episodes that we have touched on many different topics. Dr. Dixon is one of our archive topics. We encourage everyone to click on YouTube and look up an episode. Our numbers are going up. We thank you guys very, very much for watching us and growing each and every day. And we encourage you to go back to our old episodes. Check on Dr. Dixon. He's a very intellectual, intelligent individual. We're going to bring the fun side of him tonight, because we're going to talk about something that we all going to have.
They do it when you not hear Dr. Dixon, that's all I deal with. The little tricks of the trade. They be throwing their pinkies up to each other. They wink at each other. They secret little winks and stuff. I deal with all of it.
Well, it's appropriate for them to have that conversation prior to the clip we're about to play. When can you play that clip that's coming up?
Before we play this clip, I do want us to do a pre.
I mean, you can do it in a nimble way.
Before we play this clip, I must say, this clip does not necessarily speak to any of our beliefs.
Absolutely.
But we want to make sure that we say that this is an open forum and these are free-flowing ideas. So if you have an idea, please feel free to share it. But no, you talk to us, we talk back. So, and App talks back first.
That's a fact.
He's usually the one who's hitting first. But the three of us we usually come right behind him. Pause.
Yeah, pause.
I'm gonna play this clip, and then we gonna talk a little bit. All right.
Right.
Let's play it. You say play it.
Let's play it.
Tell me what's your hot topic? Got me hooked like I can't stop it. Every word, every drop it. Feels like love, feels like love.
We don't need our boys, young black boys, going to boys' college for men, honoring a man married to a man. That's a disgrace. If you graduate from Morehouse, don't get married with me, get married with Morehouse. Right, Morehouse, tell them. Take that portrait down. Married to a man.
And who wants to take it first?
Well, I'm going to pitch it to
Of
Al.
course, the conservative religious person.
I'm gonna listen. I have my comments, but I'm gonna pitch to Al. Let him start it off with the controversy, and I think I could quiet the storm tonight.
Now, why you pick Al?
Hey,
You know why he picked
one
me.
on my screen, man. You know.
All right, so my thing is, I ain't got no dog in that fight, but what I will say, I always find it interesting that preachers blur lines, right?
Mm-hmm.
And church is a place that you're not supposed to be judgmental when you care about all God's flock or sheep. So that's one thing. I also feel that one person didn't make this decision by themselves. And so it becomes a marketing nightmare, and it creates discussions around, do you market your institution to everybody, or are you discriminating against somebody? And so that's my comments on that.
Who you want to go next?
Lamar.
All right, so Morehouse College, formerly known as Atlanta Baptist Seminary, formerly known as Atlanta Baptist College. As you can see, like all our HBCUs have a steep Christian basis, if you will. Morehouse is more of the most traditional college that I've ever worked at, been to. But what they've tried to do is they've tried to embrace all communities, because how you define a man is not basically who you like. How you define a man is by your actions. Even when you talk about the portraits that are in King Chapel, those portraits are put up there for the work that those persons have done in the field and how they've impacted Black folks. And just because, Sidney Poitier, I think he was gay, right?
Sidney Poitier?
Yeah, he wasn't gay. I thought he was.
Oh,
I don't think so, bro. I thought he was married to a white.
Hey, that ain't what I look.
I don't think you should put on that.
You want to check that?
I don't even think Martin Luther King liked him.
Martin Luther King didn't like him.
Not gay.
You can be married all you want to be.
There's no known fact that he was homosexual. He was
no fact that
twice.
he was homosexual.
Wow.
So I don't even want to put that on Sidney. Then I take it back.
Now you're not gonna get us sued by the Poitier.
You gotta chill.
You gotta chill, bro. I was going somewhere with this.
Where? Where's going?
Look,
To get a sued.
what's the guy that was homosexual? Civil rights movement.
James Baldwin?
No, not James Baldwin.
New York, what the guy they did the movie about? That's something you talking
The guy
about?
that did the movie about that went to Morehouse.
You remember
They
they got
named-
the civil rights guy that they did the movie about? I didn't know he went to Morehouse, but he was a real heavy in the civil rights movement.
Yes. I wish I knew his name. But anyway, look, I guess we can start from right here. We can mark it right here. Again. So the purpose of the photos that are in King Chapel is just to pay homage to the people.
Mayor
Rustin. So actually, they have a whole scholarship for Rustin, and again, it's just embracing Black folks that have contributed to the Black movement, if you will. And just because somebody is homosexual, it didn't stop them from honoring him and giving out a scholarship in his name. To the same point, though they have these steep traditional like practices and thoughts, they've tried to embrace all. And I really believe that this is going to be something that's going to be controversial. It's something that people don't even like to talk about. Graduates of Morehouse don't like to talk about it. But being somebody who worked there, being somebody who was in the AU, there are a lot of homosexuals there. So why not embrace, educate? Because no matter if you're gay or straight, these still are persons that need to be taken care of, educated, and go out into this world and flourish, because they're still going to be African American. So my take on it is a little different. I guess it's more liberal. So I would want to know what Brother Dixon or what Brother Fred is going to say. But
which one? You choose one.
Hey,
I'm going to go ahead and go to Dr. Dixon.
Hey, I think I got two things for it. One, I think from the psychological standpoint, there like research shows that gender is made up, right? Like we, society has created what gender is, right? And that starts both when babies are in the womb and as soon as they come out, right? And so for him to talk about like what is manhood, right? Like that's up for debate, whether it's culture, whether it is like, behaviorism based or socially constructed. We don't get to really dictate what a man is. And I think on the other side of it, I'm not a Christian scholar. But what I will say is that for those who are, they speak very, very specifically about different translations of the Bible in terms of what is right and what is wrong. They speak a lot of ways about like who wrote it and when and how power is involved in how we are supposed to interpret the Bible. And so I think that we cannot speak directly to what the Bible says unless we also situate it in context of who wrote it and when and what the social power structure was at those different times. So yeah, I mean, I think that part of his sermon, whatever it was, leaves a lot to be desired with what also goes on in the world.
Yeah.
All right, who you want to speak next, Doc?
Yeah, Fred, you got it.
All right, Fred, it's on you. What you gonna do?
All right, but look, I took a little from everyone made very good points. What I will say, I want to correct the point. My belief of a correction point, what App said is, no, Christians are not there to judge. However, from my understanding, from my belief, we are pastors. Now, pastors are able to hold, pastors and each other are able to hold each other accountable, right? And I think there's a difference between holding people accountable and then being judgmental. So I do want to make that point. Even moving forward with what Dr. White said, the only thing that I have an issue with Morehouse College is they have been built, and I do agree with Dr. Dixon somewhat. They have been built calling each other men, and tradition has been a very, since when I went to Clark, Atlanta, one of the phenomenal things of going to Morehouse, because I think when we were growing up, we're like, oh, I'm not going to no man college. You know, you think whatever, right? But when I walked onto that man college, they were, to Dr. Dixon's point, honestly, they were transforming you into becoming a man you should be. Not from their perspective, but what your idea of what a man is. But when I would argue, I'm not going to argue, I would suggest that men who wear dresses, that's a different tone, right? I don't know men that wear dresses. Now, we can say we can say whatever the case may be. I think that's when, I don't think it's really the sexuality that Morehouse at that time was trying to pin against. I think it was how they carry themselves in different arenas. And I think at that time, and maybe time has changed, I don't know, but when you see a man in a dress walking into a boardroom, you're going to get looked at. You're going to get stared at. You don't have to show, you're not showing your sexuality. You're showing a different change of gender in your mentality of how society defines gender, right? So I think that we should keep that in the back of our minds too. What this pastor did, he has to be responsible for the words that he said. Lamar always tells me that, like, the words that you say, you have to be very responsible that comes out of your mouth, because they impact people different in different ways. However, to his spiritual and Christian point, I don't have an issue with him believing that he's calling out something that he sees that should be looked at or changed, and that I'll just kind of stay with that because we have a lot of people. So, Wings, thoughts?
This is it's crazy because, you know, I have my own thoughts about what Morehouse did, and those are my thoughts, and they'll stay with me. But for the purposes of what we're talking about, why did he only pick on the guys who are gay that are on that wall? What about the men who beat their wives? I know that there are 3 of them that I know who are on there that I've represented, that I know why I represented them. There are others on there that I represented who are honorable people, like the Honorable William Flippin. That's my frat brother. He's on that wall, and he's honorably on that wall, and he deserves to be on that wall. But I'm not saying that anybody who's on that wall doesn't deserve to be on that wall, because what they did what they do in their personal lives really just shouldn't impact their accomplishment. Now, I understand where he's coming from with respect to some of the rhetoric that he speaks, but what I'm starting to believe with this pastor particularly is that he finds controversy and he courts it. Is that really preaching from the Bible if you're courting controversy? Because if you back us back 40 years ago, the gentleman behind Dr. Dixon on that blue album cover on a horse butt naked with a perm was also called gay. But by the time he died, he was one of the icons that women would throw panties at him. I'm talking about Prince.
I still thought he was gay.
And some people still thought he was gay. But you got women that will beat you down if you said something about Prince like that.
Yeah.
So I think it really is. I'm interested, Dr. Dixon. I want to have a conversation about gender not being a real thing, because, and at some point we're going to have to talk about it, because I don't see how we dismiss it, right? But I think when it becomes problematic for most of society is when that inward decision becomes an outward choice. meaning you know, whatever you may feel, now you decided that you want to put on, you know, garments that reflect how you might feel on the inside. And what I often will say is, and what in my experience, I'll say has been different with respect to walking into a room and seeing people who subscribe to a homosexual lifestyle, whether it's woman or male, and they want to be loud. And they just want everybody to acknowledge the life that they've chosen. But if I don't come in and I say, man, y'all should have saw me last night when I was tearing this chick up, or y'all should have been in there. If I don't come in and throw my gender on the table, I don't need you to come in and throw your gender on the table. And that's just my position on it. But I don't agree with how he approached this, because I think there are way more men on that wall who deserve to have some attention drawn to them for things that they've done, other than those brothers who just happen to be married to a man. That's my point.
Sound like another episode.
Yeah, no, that definitely sounds definitely another episode.
So,
Yeah.
Fred, that was one. You got something else you want to talk about?
No, I think we got our super guest on that. Another one that we got to bring our guest on for the rest of the conversation.
So listen, we got a super guest on for real.
We got to bring.
I get to talk about this brother, and I get to introduce his brother because he is my brother. He's my client, and I'm just so excited that he graced us, because I've been trying to get this dude on since season 1. What season are we in? 4. Are you 3 or 4? 3 and 4?
4.
Feel like 5, but
he's so busy, so you got to book him out. You know, it takes a lot to get peaches and cream. But let me tell you about our guest. Our guest is the one, the only Q Parker. Q Parker is an acclaimed R&B singer, songwriter, and producer, best known as a founding member of the Grammy Award-winning group 112. Born in the ATL, Atlanta, Georgia, he began his music journey early, developing his vocal skills and passion for performing. In the mid-90s, he joined 112, a group that he quickly became one of the defining acts of R&B, merging smooth harmonies with emotionally charged lyrics. They were the soundtrack of our lives. Signed by Sean Diddy Combs to Bad Boy Records, 112 released a string of chart-topping hits, including Cupid, Only You, and Peaches and Cream, which helped define the sound of 90s R&B. With 112, Parker achieved significant commercial and critical success, earning multiple platinum albums and industry accolades. The group won a Grammy for their collaboration on the iconic I'll Be Missing You with Puff Daddy and Faith Evans, which was a tribute to the late Notorious B.I.G. Parker's rich baritone vocals and talent for blending harmonies were key to 112's success. Q Parker's voice was key to 112's success, establishing him as an influential voice in contemporary R&B. I don't care where you are. If you hear a 112 song, you can always pick out which voice is Q. Throughout the group's career, they gained a loyal fan base and are widely respected for their contributions to the genre. After 112's initial run, Parker embarked upon a successful solo career, exploring new dimensions of his artistry. His debut solo album, the Manual, was released in 2012 and showcased his versatility and depth as a singer-songwriter. The project was well received, with singles like Show You How resonating with audiences for their heartfelt lyrics and Parker's smooth delivery. As a solo artist, he has continued to drop singles such as Yes, Made For You, I Need You, She's a Diamond, Silent Night, Us Remix, and of course 2024's Beg. Beyond music, Q Parker is deeply committed to philanthropy and community engagement. He founded the Q Parker Legacy Foundation, which focuses on health, wellness, and youth mentorship, and actively supports initiatives promoting physical fitness and emotional well-being. Parker also advocates for healthy relationships and family values, frequently speaking on these topics and providing guidance for young people. His dedication to his craft and his efforts to uplift and empower others have solidified Q Parker's legacy as both a musical innovator and a positive influence in the community. And now we are in the middle of another successful tour of another solo project that Q Parker has, which is, of course, Evolution of Romance, Volume 1, which means that we got a couple more volumes left. So, without further ado, y'all know this guy, so I'm just going to bring him in. The one, the only, Q Parker.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, brother? Hey, welcome to the Brothers, man. Welcome to the Brothers.
I love it. I've been enjoying the show thus far.
Thank you, man. Thank you, brother. So these dudes, man, I know you. So I may not ask a whole lot of questions, but man, these dudes, they probably got so many questions for you, man. So I'm gonna let them go first.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna hog you. I'm gonna let them go first.
Let's go.
I got your personal cell number. I know where you live.
Call you.
I just come by the house and knock on the door.
Come on.
But I'm gonna let them go.
I'm gonna go ahead and kick it off. Brother Parker, man. Look, you were literally your group was like the soundtrack to my high school years, me hollering at the honeys. So what's the chances of 112 ever getting back together?
Wow. Well, first of all, man, that means a lot to me when people talk about how my music, whether it's with as an individual artist or with my brothers, how it has impacted people's lives and been the soundtracks of their upbringing and all of that stuff. That really hits home. So I'm really grateful for that. But to answer the latter part of your question, I remain hopeful, man. We did a lot as a group. We started out in middle school, and I just celebrated my 50th birthday. And so you're talking about 30 plus years of being in this industry. And, certain things are inevitable when you're dealing with a group. Guys are going to grow up, priorities are going to change, focuses are going to change. And when that happens, sometimes it causes some separation. And currently that's where 112 is right now. And so as much as, I am hopeful of the 112 reunion, I still stay focused on the Q Parker journey and the Q Parker mission right now. And until, that 112 logo hit the sky, and we all look up and be ready to put the uniform on. Until then, I'll just continue this Evolution of Romance series of volumes. But again, like I said, I remain hopeful, and I still think that there's more that 112 has to do and will do. But in the meantime, my focus is just Q Parker.
Nice.
So I'm gonna jump in because I gotta follow up.
Okay,
I gotta follow up now. So you see that there are all these nostalgic, acts that are coming out, all these tours. You had Brandy, Monica, you had the New Edition, Tony Braxton, Boys the Men. People often ask me, is there a possibility that we could see, 112, Jagged Edge, Silk, and Fred's favorite group, Drew Hill, just get out there and just do it, and maybe have B2K open up?
Yeah, that would be amazing, Antavius. Because there hadn't been like that. That reminds me of like a Budweiser Superfest, like when these should just be the mega groups and artists. And it's been. I don't know if that's ever happened where our era of R&B groups toured together. 112, Jagged, Drew Hill, Silk, Next. So yeah, man, that would be an amazing run. I think the last time the original 4 members of 112 were together was on an 112 and Jagged Edge world tour. And after that, that's when we separated. But I'm a fan of those groups too. Even though I'm in the era, I was looking across the fence too, listening to Drew Hill and Jagged, and some of my favorite songs are from those groups. We got our record deal singing Silks Lose Control. And so I know what it means to me. And so I could only imagine what something like that would mean to the culture, to the history, to the legacy of R&B groups and R&B male groups, man. And so again, in that regard, I just remain hopeful. I remain hopeful, and I'm doing all that I can so that when that day comes, I'm in the best shape physically, mentally, vocally, and all of that, man, so I can get on stage and represent.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I got a Q. I've seen you in a lot of different hats, so I do want to jump around a little bit. Your story is like Michael Jackson, man. You can't just pin one part of your life down because you've been doing it for a while, right?
Yeah.
But I've seen you, man. You have a great knack of planning and putting things together. Like I've seen you in this arena of putting shows together. I think a lot of people may not know. You probably put a lot of shows together that are out there that we had no idea. Can you speak to
like Wednesday Wind Down in East Point?
Right, I didn't want to get East Point though, but yeah, Wednesday Wind Down, phenomenal, right? That is a focal point. Let's not take that away from East Point because that's what they got. But can you explain how it is to work with different personalities? Because you're dealing with your peers, I'm sure you kind of gotta tell them, hey man, I'm Q, man. Can you do this for a little less than $80,000 to bring? Can you kind of go into a little bit of how you're able to navigate those relationships? How you're able to put together that type of concert, because I really saw you in rare form. You Wings, like the way you guys were dictating, directed, man. I don't want no part of it, but can you tell me that love and joy that you had for doing that? Because I was tired.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to hear that.
One of the things that I learned as a teenager is create, maintain, and sustain. I learned that equation. You create, you maintain, and then you figure out how to sustain. And I applied that to relationships. And that's something that I learned early on, whether it was with my peers, with program directors, with promoters. I was always the guy in the group that would get the phone number after the show and then send a text a week later. Hey man, thanks for having us. We'd appreciate if you send us, have us coming back. Going to the radio station, I get the program director's card, find out when their birthday was, and send text messages, send happy birthday from the group. And, those things would just kind of bode well, because when we came back around the next time, they would be like, oh yeah, Q's my guy. And so because I built these relationships, and these are a lot of them are personal relationships. When I got into the talent acquisition and booking space, it was nothing for, my friends to pick up the phone, because they knew that it was going to be something legit. I wasn't going to do anything janky. And if for anything, I cared most about the relationship more so than this particular one-off event. And that's something that I'm really proud of, because anytime I call one of my peers or my friends, they're going to answer, because we have a long history of doing great business, and they know that I'm not going to call them on no BS. And so when it's things like the Wednesday Wind Down, or just doing talent acquisition for other promoters, when I pick up the phone and when I call my peers and my friends, I feel proud that they always answer.
That's definitely a good thing to know. App, I know you want to jump in there.
Yeah, so we have some new groups coming, like Final Draft, right? Out of Atlanta. I want to take you back a little bit in the early 90s. Before the deal, I'm talking about back in Diamonds and Pearls.
Yeah.
Where I was actually at a show. I didn't even perform that night, because every single week it was like 112, 4.0. It was mega groups. And back then they did a lot of artist development. You had to really, really grind. And it was really competitive to be in a group back then. Can you share some of those times, those experiences of those that are now some of your closest friends, that y'all really grew up, really supporting one another and really challenging one another, really vocally in performance? Can you just share some of those experiences that some of these new groups that are now starting to emerge may be powerful for them to know, information-wise?
That's a great question, man. One of the things that I'm the most proud of is that I came up in the era that I came up in. And you couldn't half step, because somebody next door was probably going just as hard as you were. And during that time, R&B male groups or just groups period was the thing. You know, it was solo artists and then groups, whether it was male or female. And it seemed like every label had 2 or 3 groups. And so you couldn't half step. And no matter how close we were as friends, when we put on the uniform to represent our groups, we was trying to tear your head off. Like, and then we could go get some lunch afterwards. But when we had that, when the lights came on, we was trying to go in. And because of that, it pushed everybody past what their comforts may have been. It challenged us in ways that you didn't want to be outstaged on the show. And I think that artist development, it still is you can still apply it today. Those of us that really like paid attention to it, because a lot of the artists that are out today, a lot of what we're doing comes from the artist development of our time in the 90s. And so as I'm mentoring the next generation of groups, which I've mentored Final Draft also, it's just kind of instilling those same sentiments and those same values. I believe in Sankofa, right? You reach back and you bring along. And so for me being the OG or the so to speak, it's mandatory for me because I care about the genre and I care about the groups to be able to impart in them everything that I learned, man, because I want them to be successful. I want people to stop saying, you know, where are all the groups? And the only way we're gonna birth more groups if guys like myself and all these other legends from groups give all of what we have, man. I just think it's just so whack, man, when you have all of this access and knowledge and you hold it to yourself, man. It makes things stagnant. And so I just believe, man, that it's my job and it's my duty to pass along and to give all of what I have, man, so that when I leave here, nobody won't say, man, Q Parker didn't care about the next generation.
Awesome. All right, Dr. Dixon, pass it over to you.
Yeah, for sure, man. I appreciate the story so much. Y'all been talking about the music side of it, but I'm really interested in how you think like your experiences coming up have kind of like fostered and influenced you to build some of this mentorship for like education and social empowerment. What kind of from your upcoming or upbringing kind of like brought that forward like now?
Yeah. So I'm the baby of 4. And so, you know, being the youngest, man, you get a lot of love. And so I don't say that I'm spoiled. I just say that my siblings, man, they just loved on me and my parents loved on me in a major way. And when you go into the music part, you know, I and my brothers, we didn't achieve all of what we did by ourselves, right? And I believe in my city. I love my city. And my city, Atlanta, loved us, pushed us, supported us, cheered us on. And so when I look at how my career, how my life has just flourished, I go back to what I just said. You know, I believe that you have to pass it on. And because my city gave so much to me, it's my responsibility to now give back to my city. I tell all my peers all the time, man, it's great to have a successful career, but what are you doing to make sure the next generation is equipped to be able to navigate the same streets and roads that you navigated? And so that's why my foundation was formed, because I just believe that the way that I was developed and the way that people loved on me is my responsibility to do the same. And so I just tap into the fact that I was raised well. I was raised in a mother-father household, and I was the youngest of 4. And so I just received a lot of love. And so I am love. I can't do nothing but that's just what flows through my veins. And so when I look at the next generation, I realize that I loved music at probably 5 or 6 years old. And so, wow. But I entered into the industry as a young teenager, not knowing how to navigate the business. I just thought maybe that, you know, because I can sing and how well I can sing would determine how successful I would be. But it was the total opposite. It is a business. And so I just would hate for this next generation of talented individuals to go into this game the same way I did. And so my foundation is set up to where not only do we nurture the gift, but we also are educating them so that they can navigate this world of independence, because everybody's not going to get a record deal. And quite frankly, I don't want you to sign a record deal because you are the business, but you have to know how to navigate it properly so that you can be successful and then have a career of longevity and not just a one-off.
Excellent. At this point in time, brothers, let's go ahead and take a pause, take this commercial break. Yeah, man, just remember to like and subscribe to the Brothers Podcast. You can catch us on TikTok, Facebook, IG, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcast.
That's right.
I see deep inside. It's the type of beauty that money just can't buy. And you got me, girl, through these eyes, perfect to me, perfect as can be made. And all my nights, perfect, complete till I see.
When your comfort is on the line, call the team that gets the job done right. Air Conditioning Inc. delivers dependable heating and air conditioning service you can trust. From emergency repairs and seasonal maintenance to full system installations, we keep homes and businesses comfortable year-round. Professional service, honest work, reliable results. Air Conditioning Inc. Your comfort is our command. Call 404-438-8622 today.
Explore the mysteries beyond the veil with Cousins in the Cosmos, featuring Marcus, the true clairvoyant, and Osa, the spiritual healer.
All you need, and I promise you gon' leave it feeling some type of way. I can guess your fantasies, let me be. Oh, and I know that I got you there by that look on your face. You just gotta promise you won't let my love go away. Oh, when I'm kissing you, I hear it, baby. That's why I can't let you above me, 'cause your body's talking, I hear it, babe. I hear you say.
Welcome back, everyone. As everybody heard that one of the songs from Q Parker, that he's still doing it, everybody. He was doing it 30 years ago. He's been in the game for about 30 years, and he's still doing it. I would like for everybody to please like and subscribe our show. Please follow us on YouTube, TikTok, IG, everywhere, a social platform, Apple Music. We are here. We are ready. We want you guys to subscribe and like. Listen to all our episodes. If you heard it before, listen to it again. You're going to hear something different. If you have not heard it before, you will be enlightened by what we talk about. All right, brother.
Also, go on while you're doing that. But before you do that, go cop my little brother's material.
Oh,
I mean, this is real R&B.
Right now,
the evolution
Yeah.
of R&B Volume 1. So, Q, we know there's gonna be some other volumes because you don't set us up for it, right?
Yeah, I'm currently working on volume 2 right now for a July release.
That's what I'm talking about. So,
Yeah.
listen, Spotify, Apple Music, Towers Records, if
All
you
of
can find
them.
one. Anywhere you get your favorite music, YouTube Music, you can
Yeah.
find Q Parker. And as you
Yeah.
see, this is good music. This is that lay back in the car and just chill music, or go to the club and just bop music. This is what you want music. Clean up the house music on a Saturday. Because you know your
Oh, yeah.
mama cleaned up the house to 112 on Saturday. Right? I ain't trying to date us, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yes, sir.
But
Some of
tell
them
me,
got created by 112.
say what?
Some of them got created through 112.
That's for sure.
That
That's
too.
for sure.
That too.
So, Q, speaking of 112, Where did that name come from, man? How did you all get that name?
Yeah, so being from Atlanta, man, we wanted a record deal so bad, and all of the Atlanta record companies, they passed on us, man. So Jermaine passed on us, Dallas, Organized Noise, LaFace. They are, maybe they had other groups in mind or whatever the case may be. And then our manager, Kevin Wells, were friends with Puffy. And Puffy came in town for a weekend, and Kevin was like, yo, get dressed, and we're going to meet my guy. Well, we pulls up at Club 112. Puff's coming out of the club, and we have like an impromptu audition where he's like, walk with me. So as he's walking to his car, we're trying to like sing a cappella and try to just do something to grasp his attention. And it eventually did. And 2 weeks later, he came back for the official audition at Doppler Studios. But when we was coming up with a name, we had to change it from our original name, which was Forte. It was an acronym that meant Forever en Route to Excellence. But Rapping Forte was out, and we didn't want to get confused with the name. And so as we're on the phone kind of talking through what are we going to call ourselves, we just kind of took it back to where it all started from, which was 112. 112 was also a land, what do you call it? What's the word? Landmark?
Yeah, absolutely.
For Atlanta,
Landmark.
whenever you think of Atlanta, you was like 112. So we wanted people to identify us with Atlanta. And so that's where the name 112 came from.
Now was it the Cheshire Bridge 112 or the Piedmont 112?
It's the original 112. Yeah.
Hey,
that's
the real deal there.
Yeah.
And that's the one where Defying and Andre Rison met.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Man,
original.
You, it's that ATL style.
History.
Hey, what you said, Lamar? Everybody come to get a piece of this ATL style. All right, but I'm gonna pass this off to any other questions the brothers got.
Yeah, I got a question, y'all. So, Hugh, you brought up Sean Combs,
Sure.
Puff. You worked closely with him during a pivotal time in your career. What lessons or experience like during that era had the hugest impact on your approach to your work now, and then also your legacy today?
Yeah, great question. Puffy was always a perfectionist, and he wouldn't just let half-assing or just enough. And I mean, it was from every specific detail. Everything had to be perfect. How your shoes was laced, how your clothes laid on you, how you talked in an interview, how you would walk on stage, how you would, just everything was perfect, and before you all actually heard the final product, we probably went over it 30, 40, 50 times. And so him being a perfectionist is something that I just kind of inherited myself because I'm the same way now, especially when you think about this product is going to live forever and ever, and you want to be able to sit back and still be proud of what you've created because you made sure you crossed every T, dotted every I, so that it could be still as close to perfection as possible. And so that's one of the things that I kind of took from him, just making sure everything when it comes to your product and you as the product is always going to be a great representation of who you are and what you want your legacy to be. And then just the business side, he's a shrewd businessman, knew his business. And so I just had a front row seat to just watching, how he interacted and how deals were constructed and all those things. And so I was a student and didn't even know I was really a student.
Wow.
Excellent. Thanks.
I want to follow up. You talk about your life, and this is another part of your life I've got to know about you. Can you kind of talk about health and fitness? We're Black men on this platform, and I know you're very structured when it comes to health, and when it comes to eating right, and when it comes to fitness. I by no means am close to it, but I do like to hear it. When I see you, I'm like, man, Q, we still look at, but I don't want to eat like that. But can you kind of go, and I know you be getting on us when we eating, me and wings eat crazy.
Yeah.
Can you kind of go into the
Yeah, you
importance
do.
of that, because we are going to have our doctor on short order, but can you kind of go into how your health has influenced and impacted you of being able to do what you do, long hours, late nights, things of that nature?
Absolutely. Yeah, man. I strongly believe our health is our wealth, especially as men who are the heads of our homes, heads of our communities, and so many people depend and rely on us. And so I've always said, if I don't do the things necessary for me, then I'm no good for anybody that's depending on me. And so this is why I prioritize my health, I prioritize my mental, and I'm selfish in that regard. And so everybody that knows me knows when it's my time, leave me alone, because you're going to benefit from me taking my time, whether that's an hour or whether that's 4 hours on the golf course, or whether that's just me going to the movies by myself, or me going to dinner by myself, or me doing whatever I need to selfishly make sure that I can walk back into this house, walk back into this community being 100% optimum Q Parker. And so how do I do that, man? I prioritize what I eat, how I sleep. We ain't doing no stress. And just my mind, man, I fight for, a great mental space. And so again, even with my men's organization, Brothers United of Atlanta, we're celebrating our 10 years. And so we're always just pushing, just the importance of our health and the things that we are intaking, whether that's through our ears, through our mouths, just being cautious and being careful of how we're doing. And the last thing I would say, man, is we sexy, man. We sexy, man. And so, we got to do the things, man, to maintain that sexy, man. As an R&B singer, man, I just always believe that as an R&B singer, we subscribe to being able to not only deliver these amazing songs, but also present a visual that is synonymous with what you're hearing. And so, as again, I've celebrated my 50th birthday last month. I want to defy the odds of what a 50-year-old look like. And so if that means I don't go out with the fellas, I'm not going out with the fellas. If everybody's toasting with alcohol, I'm toasting with water, because I want my voice to be in pristine condition no matter how old I get it. You're never going to hear Q Parker like, dang, man, he don't sound the same. No, I'm going to sound better because I'm taking care of my instrument. And it's just things like that, man, that when I'm 60, I want to defy what 60 look and sound like, man. A mentor told me one time, and I never forgot this. He said, when you're born, you look like your parents, but when you die, you look like your choices. And man, that just stuck with me, man. And so every day I'm trying my best to choose how my 60s are going to be, and how my 70s, and how my 80s. And I'm a grandfather of 3, man. And so I want to be running around with them jokers, man, at 75 and at 85.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
Oh, man, good stuff. I must be scared because I can probably talk about music all day, but you and I are kind of like in a similar space when it comes to this mentoring. And currently in my role, I serve as a national director for a national mentoring company. What are some of your most proudest moments in working with these young people? What are a few of those, like just those breakthrough aha moments that just let you know that your impact and your team's impact is truly breaking through?
Yeah, man, this year we will be celebrating our 11th year of the Q Parker Legacy Foundation's music and entertainment summer camp. It's a 2-week summer camp, and our focus is not only nurturing their gifts through artist development, but also educating them and giving them and providing them the information on how to be a successful entrepreneur and an independent artist. And the most gratifying component to me is the difference between day 1 and day 10. A lot of times the campers will come in and won't make eye contact, and really apprehensive about just how gifted and talented they are. But by the time we are doing our final day showcase, and it's just like night and day. And for me, that is super, super important, because without confidence, they won't be able to really sprout out to and blossom into these amazing artists that they are. And then another piece that makes me so proud and makes us so proud is we keep in contact with them. And so even as they mature out of the camp, because our ages are 12 to 17, the campers still keep in touch. I give all of them my personal number, and I just love to get those texts. Hey, Mr. Q, I just graduated. Hey, Mr. Q, I just put out a new single. Hey, Mr. Q, check out me and my man. We just I produced this. And so, man, that is so dope. Or sometimes they'll say, hey, Mr. Q, can you look over this contract, because I'm starting to get into X, Y, and Z. So again, to me, that is the highest level of impact, because somebody cared and nurtured me as a teenager. And so I think it's not optional, it's mandatory, that I and people like me who think the way that I think when it comes to the next generation are being present for them.
If the brothers will allow me, if you could, in this space that we're in,
We didn't. When you say yes, you got to ask, and then we got to answer.
I wasn't waiting.
Like, oh, you just should ask.
It was one of those I beg your pardon moment. I wasn't waiting on you to respond.
Okay.
What I would like in this space that we're in, how can people reach out to your foundation? Because we know foundations and nonprofits work on grants and all those kind of things. What is the best way for anybody watching across the country can reach out to your organization to provide assistance or whatever it may need?
Absolutely. The official website is qparkerlegacyfoundation.org. All of our social channels are Q Parker Legacy Foundation. And as you said, we're always looking for volunteers. The foundation don't run on fumes, and so dollars are always welcomed. So we're always open for donations, and then just your time and spreading the word. If you hear something about what we provide, pass the word.
Absolutely. Dr. Dix?
Yeah, I was just thinking a lot about how, like artists who've been in the game for such a long time, right? Like they could easily go on the circuit of like, we're just gonna do the hits and keep it rolling, right? Like what still excites you about making new content, right? Like what gets you up and gets you going to kind of like to hit this thing in a different way?
For one, Doc, man, I'm a singer's singer. It's not just my job, man. It flows through my veins, and anybody that knows me will tell you, even when I'm not even thinking about humming or singing, I'm just doing it. It's just what happens with me all the time. I'm in a committed relationship with music. And so, yes, you're right. I could just sit back and say, hey, man, I got 30, 25 plus years of hits. But new songs are always in me. New ideas are always in me. And I love the process of conceptualizing the song, singing the song, mixing the song, mastering the song, and then releasing the song, and then seeing the response from the song, and then the song becoming an added addition to the legacy and the catalog. It's just like, let's say Tracy McGrady, although he's retired, he still would love to pick up the ball and shoot a jump shot. Tiger Woods, as long as he still will go out there. Same for me when it comes to singing. I can't escape me, nor do I want to. And so as long as I'm still breathing, I just still love to do what I do. I love singing. I love music. And even in this part of my career as an independent artist who owns my label, who is funding myself, who is providing all the support as an independent artist, I still love the early stages of working marketing and promotion. So I get on the road. I'm going into the radio stations. I'm doing the in-person interviews. I'm doing all the podcasts. I'm just a people person, man. And so music has been the tool in which I've been able to be in relation with so many people. And I just still love to do it, man.
It's dope.
Anything, Dr. White?
Man, no, man. I just like that I like that comment he made about basically preserving your sexy. So
Preserving your sexy.
Yeah,
so Q, you have this new project out, and I want to do a little something different.
Okay.
If you'll allow me to, man. I just want to play a snippet of each of the tracks, man. And
Okay.
before we do, you tell us, what went into, as Dr. Dixon said, you making this new project. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
All right, let's do it.
So I again, music is always connected to me. And as a fan of the genre, the reason why it was a 12-year hiatus from the manual in 2012 to Evolution of Romance Volume 1 in 2024, 25 was because I had to find a space. I can sing a song any day of the week and all day, but I like to have a mission as to why I'm doing it. And as I was listening to the radio, I just felt like romance was missing.
Yeah.
Felt like guys wasn't being romantic anymore. And so I said, yo, that's the space that I can occupy. And then here we come with Evolution of Romance. And so it's an evolution of not only just the genre, it's an evolution of me as Q Parker.
All right. So let's listen to Keep On Loving with Q Parker, Rico Love, and Dr. Fields. Just a little bit of that.
Absolutely.
Let me make I know that I can show them body.
You heard that coming in from the break. That's that old school. Is that the deal?
Yeah.
That's why I can't let you above me. 'Cause your body's talking, I hear it, babe. I hear you say.
So we know all these songs are about Charlinda.
Hey. Yes, sir.
My sis. But so tell us what went into this one, man. Keep On Loving.
Keep on loving, man. If you're in a relationship, any kind of relationship, but if you're in a loving relationship, it's gonna go through peaks and valleys. I like to say now, in season, out of season, off season, new season, all of that. You're just gonna go through the seasons. But love is something that you can lean on, man, to get you through any of those seasons. And so when you're going through those, keep in mind to just keep on loving. Love is what brought you all together. And through all the highs and the lows, the peaks and the valleys, just keep on loving.
Keep on loving. All right, the next one, Big. I know it's a story behind this one.
Absolutely.
Oh, that starts off hard, man. Yeah.
Wondering what this about. You're looking at me sideways. Ask me what I did now. It's ain't our anniversary. Still trying to figure it out. So I get down on my knees, pulling you closer to me, making you feel like I need you. 'Cause I do. I'm begging for you. Ain't 'cause you done went through my phone. Ain't 'cause you caught me with so-and-so.
My Big. Tell us about it.
So, man, begging is a word that for years have been used when men have messed up or is in the quote unquote doghouse or baby, please, I'm sorry, give me one more chance. But I wanted to add to the legacy of that word and artists who use begging as one of their go-tos, but to define it differently. And so we made it into an acronym. Beg for us means bringing endless gratitude to your partner. And this begging is not because, as the song said, this ain't because you done went through my phone, ain't because you done caught me. It's not because it is. It's not, I ain't begging because I want you to be naked tonight when you get home. It ain't none of that. Begging in this iteration is just, doing good deeds to keep the relationship in a healthy space. And it's not gender. It's men beg for your women, women beg for your men, and then if you're both begging consistently, then whatever you want stays at the ready position.
Amen, amen. All right, next one, Run Down.
Yes.
We've been in this far a minute. Sometimes I feel you still don't get it. It's like I'm doing a bid, prison sentence. Other times it feels like heaven when I'm in it. Oh, I just wanna talk, not to your mind, but I've been trying to speak to your heart. Let me know if she can hear me. I don't want to fight no more, but I got things I think I need you to know. Baby, every time we leave this bed, I got all these thoughts inside my head.
Yeah, Run Down.
So,
I like that one. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So Rundown. So the idea of this whole album was you having a conversation with your significant other, and the conversation starts with saying, "Hey, I want to have a conversation with you, and here's the rundown of this conversation." And the rundown of this conversation, throughout this conversation, I'm going to beg for you. There are going to be moments where we're going to have to keep on loving. There's going to be some times where I'm going to ask you to put it on, take it off, threesome, light work, it's all of that. And so this song was just really setting the stage for this conversation that we're about to have.
Got it. Now this next one is got the E by it. And y'all know what the E means. So FFF.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man. I do what I want, but first I had to pay my dues and do what I can. Don't worry, it's just the intro. I done made some ends. I can vacate for a whole year straight, come back and do it again. But a woman come at a price, hair bone straight, nails real nice. I make sure that it still looks when I'm copping a ride. I was raised a certain way, I was taught to provide for a woman. Change your life. Have
Yeah. That's sit back and sit with a cigar.
Yeah. If you had played it a little longer, it just kind of goes into the idea that.
I'm sorry. Let's do it then.
Okay, get to the hook.
for a suit and a tie. Switching lingerie, same rate as a change in a mind. I don't care, the shoulder is finer than fine. So I get her anything she wants. Spoiled as spoiled can be. I don't care, I let her stunt. Go ahead and post on IG. Demands for her love. That's my she got is on me. But when I need some reciprocity, I told her that I only want 3 things. Used to be I need me 2 or 3. Now I want the one that I can't leave. Baby, fuck me, feed me, be a fan of me. Feed me, be a fan of me.
Yeah.
Feed me, be a fan of me. Feed me, be a fan. Swear for God, I really.
Now I see why you said play it a little longer.
Yeah. Because what that song. So anytime I put out music, I'm always singing to the woman, or I'm always being a representative for men to the woman, right? But then there comes a time where I want to speak for men to the women. And so this was the song on the album that I really needed women to really open their ears and remove the emotions, because I believe, in my opinion, that if a woman can master those 3 things, which is me, feed me, and be my fan, then a man will pretty much give you anything you want. We can't. The first F we just can't live without. We gotta be intimate. That's just that's a no brainer. Feed me, if you can cook, that's great. But feed my soul. Give me give me good energy. And then the last one is be my fan. Cheer me on. Give me that positive affirmation. Give me that support that makes me want to go out here again and just take down these challenges of just not just being a man, being a black man, being the head of the house, doing all of these things. And so this song was just to the women out there, like, if you could master just these three things. And really, man, sometimes the hardest one of the three is the last one, being the fan. And so, yeah, it was important for this song to be on there, because we're going to love on you all through the album, but we needed you guys, the women, to really, really hear this one and master these.
I like that. All right, put it on.
Baby, I love the way you wear your smile. That's the kind of thing that'll make me want to share a child with you. The dress drives me wild. You set my soul on fire, ain't nobody gonna put it out. It's true.
Man, my little brother bringing R&B, brought R&B back. Put it on.
Yeah, so Put It On is just really, it's really complimenting the woman. No matter what it is you wear, man. It's just something about your aura, your sexiness. Yeah, women just, man, they just great at just putting that shit on, man. And when they do, it's what makes them so beautiful.
I want
you to
take it off.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you put it on, but right now I need you to do me another favor. Come here, baby. I see you got your heels on and your dress on too. Ooh, but there's something I need you to do when you come through that door, baby.
That's Marvin Gaye right there, boy.
I have to leave y'all. Y'all keep playing it. I'm gonna have to leave y'all. I have to go take it. Hey, man.
Hey, yes, sir.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that was nice there, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You channel Marvin on that one, Doc.
Yes, sir. It's one of my favorite. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. World War. You want to tell us about that one before we play it?
Yeah, man. So World War is just, because of all that's going on, I knew it would be like an attention getter just when you see the title. But the song is really just saying, your loving is so good that it could prevent a world war. If the women gave the kind of love that we know that they are capable of, it could keep the men who are in control of making these decisions so smitten and so in love that this type of love can prevent a world war.
Got it. Let's do it.
Looking through our history and all these devastating tragedies, evil all over the world. Sometimes it's so hard to believe. Men with power devour the weak, too consumed with their own greed. But if they had good loving like yours, every nation on earth would live in peace. 'Cause who is wet enough to wash the rain? Who is strong enough to hurt the pain? Yeah.
All right. So next week we got the interlude, but then we got light work.
Yeah, man. Light work is just it's the way that every man should respond to his woman, no matter what the ask is, man. It's just light work. It's light work.
Light work.
12-hour days, working like a slave. You've been putting in that overtime, doing it by yourself. Never ask for help. It ain't no surprise that love ain't on your mind. I wanna change that. Feel where the pain's at. Let me know if I can be of service to you. I know what to do when you say you feel a stress, tension in your neck, girl. That's light work. Feel it in your back, now you can't relax. Yeah, that's light work.
Yeah, that's smooth. All right, this last one, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Everybody waiting this one.
Everybody been waiting to hear it.
So again, the beauty of being a songwriter, man, sometimes the title is what you need to really like draw the immediate attention. And when you see the word threesome, you think of, the most common or the traditional sense, but the way that in this song is really intimate, and it's basically saying that the ultimate threesome is making love to you and your mind, body, and your soul.
Absolutely. Let's hear it.
Baby, you should sit back. I'm thinking it's about that time. Go ahead and relax. Maybe you should just unwind. Most men would just rush to your body. First I wanna stimulate your mind. Fucking with the balls. And I'm standing on business tonight. When we make love, it don't have to just be body to body. When we make love, emotional, physical.
All right. So, listen, the whole project is just a hit.
Yeah,
it's just a hit, man. And congratulations to you, brother.
Thank you.
I mean, that entire project is a hit, man. And we know you got merch, so I want to make certain if it's okay, we're gonna put a link, to your merch up on our site, because we want to make certain that all of our people support our people.
Absolutely.
Right. So there's one of the T-shirts. If I can just real quickly show what the merch is looking like, is to keep on loving by Q Park.
Yes, sir.
Keep on loving. Let's keep on loving. That's all. Now there's one song that didn't make the album that I don't understand why it didn't make the album, but maybe you recorded it after the album. So I just need to ask about it.
Okay.
If you could just explain, just tell us kind of what happened, and we're gonna listen to this song, and then we're gonna let you out of here, man. This get better.
When we make love, Q Parker, Javon, joy in your morning, a friend when you're lonely. We've been laying up for a night. It'll get better. Beauty for ashes. I can go on and on and on and on. We've been laying up for a night. It'll get better. Yeah, it's alright to cry. Dry your eyes now. You know you gotta step up, and the time's now. Been hearing all the claims from the world. It's been rough terrain. If my people by my name, stop and pray. Time to make a change.
Tell us about Get Better.
Yeah, man. So I was raised in the church, man. I was raised Kojic, and that's where my roots come from. So anytime I have an opportunity to sing anything gospel or inspirational, I'm always up for it. And I grew up a huge BB and CC Winans fan, and so when my friend Jay asked me to come in and do a song on her project, I was like, yeah. And once we finished the Get Better song, I said, yo, this is bigger than just being a feature. We need to just put this out as a new generation's BB and CC Wine, but it's Q Parker and Javon. And so we just released that single. This is some separate from the evolution of romance. So you got the romance dealer, who I've coined myself, the romance dealer, but then you also have, you know, this inspirational guy who got this song called Get Better. And it's just an ode to being positive no matter what you're going through, man. You know, like I say, weeping may endure for a night, but joy come in the morning, and it will get better.
So, listen, I want to say, I don't let the other brothers speak, but man, this is a good brother. This is a real brother. This is my brother. I don't care what I'm going through, good, bad, or indifferent. This brother will pull up on me. You know, anybody who know me know I don't let a lot of folk in my space. Q Parker can say he's been in my house out where I really live. So that is my brother. And I love you, brother. And ain't nothing you can do about it.
Nah.
I'm till the wheels fall off, man. And I appreciate you. I'm proud of you. I honor you, and everything you do, every person that you become as we grow into different people. Man, you the real deal, and I just appreciate you, Doc. So I want to pass it to my other brother.
Which one?
I'm praying. Man, we appreciate, once again, it's always, man, whenever we see each other, you know, it's always a party, brother. But to hear your music again, man, that, you know, I can't have no more babies because my brother could talk about me. But that's now. So once again, there you go, getting me in more trouble because you didn't play this album. But no, we definitely appreciate you. You touched on a couple of topics, man. We know your schedule crazy, but we got to bring you back because there's a couple of things. You brought up Kojic, and man, I told you your life is like Michael life, man. You got so many different components. We gotta bring you back. So on behalf of the conservative brother, man, we appreciate you as always, and I'll pass it to my brother App. I don't know why I always pass that.
You always passing me. You think I'm gonna say something crazy? Man, I really, really appreciate you coming in, man, and to see somebody that I used to watch in the same clubs that I was performing in elevate to the level that not just with 112, but the things you're doing solo act, but more importantly, what you're doing, giving back to these young people, because that is more passion, more dear to my heart than anything else. And to know that you have your foundation and the great work that it is doing, whatever I can ever do to help with that, I'm all here. Tavius will link you up, and we can make it happen in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate you. We definitely want to bring you back because it's some songwriting stuff that I know we've been talking about with the brothers that we thought would be a good thing to do.
The writer's room.
The writer's room.
I love it.
So
I love it. Love it.
All right. So yeah, man, from a mentor to mentor, thank you for showing up. I'll pass it over to Dr.
Singer to singer. Don't forget, singer to singer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'll just be quick. Just appreciate the conversation about longevity, right? And being able to to pivot and shift, you know, and keep a passion for you know, for what you feel like you've been put on this earth for. So I appreciate that. I receive all that.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
I guess I go ahead and chime in. Brother Parker, man, since the first time I met you and didn't know you, that's when I was working at Morehouse, and then when I found out that Weems represented you, you just been consistently the same, just hella cool, hella down to earth, not Hollywood, but can be Hollywood, you know, Grammy Award winning, multi-platinum, all these different things, man. But you still stay, you know, what they say, loyal to the soil, man. From the A, I just appreciate it. The conversation was refreshing, and I'm a lover boy at heart. So this album, yeah, I'm about to play it. I played that 112 album, right? I'm about to play it out. But no, man, I just really appreciate your time, man. I really appreciate your body of work as well. And then you talked about perfection. It's so crazy because I don't know if you was pissed at Puff when you had to record all those albums over and over and over, them verses over and over. But this cat Weems, that's who he is. And I've been hearing his mouth for years about, you got to do this, you got to do that, you got to do this, don't do this, Doc. And he he stayed on my ass, and so I got to the point. Pause. He stayed on me, and I can understand why he stayed on me because now that's how I operate. So like, yeah, man.
Now you the whole vice president.
Yeah.
Oh, the whole vice president.
Yeah.
So Q, listen, I cannot let you out of here without this, man. You thought you gonna get out here without, man? You listen. Sorry.
What is this number in your pocket? I remember when you.
Which girl was it? God.
You wanna keep in touch now? Who gave you a reason to act so shady? Ooh, that's how much I care for you.
How's the run, bro?
Man, he's good. He's good.
Yes, I don't understand, baby.
Listen, man, that's the soundtrack of our lives, y'all. It's the soundtrack of our lives. There's no way we can play all of the music of 112. I just picked one, and his is with the bouncing. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. So listen, Q, as everybody said, man, you got to come back. But you're our guest, our special guest. Dr. Dixon, he's basically a brother at this point. So we gonna send him a link, and he show up. But brother, you get the last word, man. Tell us the good word for the brothers tonight, man.
Absolutely, man. It's amazing, especially being the founder of Brothers United of Atlanta, man. I prioritize brotherhood and fellowship. And so anytime I see a group of brothers, man, doing something positive, just conversing and having dialogue, that's a win already, because they say black men don't talk and don't externalize things. And so that to be able to have this is amazing. And I'll just go down the line, man. Wings, man, you already know how I feel about you, man. You've been there for me in some of my darkest moments, man, and not only have represented me, but loved me, pushed me, challenged me, protected me, supported me, and just all those things, man. And so again, I don't become this guy that you guys are talking to without your hands covering me, man, and just being the big brother that you are. Fred, it's so funny, man, because all I have to do is this right here, because again, you already know, man. Like it's like Wings and Fred, Wings, Fred, Wings, man. And I just really appreciate you guys. Lamar, man, I'm grateful, man, that you saw me at one stage of my life and career, and now you're seeing me today. And probably something that has really touched me tonight, it was you said, I've remained the same. And that's something that my mama and my dad raised me to be a consistent individual, somebody who is impacted by every time they see me. I believe that when you meet somebody, you should do something, man, that leaves a lasting impression so that they can speak favorable about you. And to hear you say those things, man, it really touched me. To know that we are have walked, are walking, and will walk in the same fields and lands, but then also from one mentor to another mentor. As you stated, if you ever need me for anything, man, just say the word. Just say the word. And then Dr. Dixon, man, pleasure to meet you. I look forward to even more dialogue and more conversation, building a relationship with you as well. And anytime you guys would love for me to be on the Brothers show, just say the word, man, and I'm definitely coming back. I'm definitely coming back, and I love y'all.
Love you, brother. All right, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only Q Parker. And the other brother, Dr. Davis Dixon, of course.
Made it.
So, made it through the night, Doc. We made it through the night.
Download, go buy Q Parker's new album.
Absolutely.
Evolution.
A Romance, Volume 1.
Romance. Volume
New one.
Mark that.
Lights, camera, action. Ready for a chain reaction in the city of dreams. Oh, where the peach tree gleams. Something big is coming. Hear that rhythm drumming. TWF connections. Yeah, we got the right solutions. TWF collections for all your grand illusions. TWF collections. From the set to the stage, turning a new page with a vision so clear, conquering all fear. Something big is coming, hear that rhythm drumming. TWF collections, yeah, we got the right solutions. TWF collections for all your grand illusions. TWF collections, yeah. TWF collections, yeah, we got the right solutions. Way quiet as kept, yeah, we set the tone. Big screen living right through your phone. Quiet as kept, where the stories hit. Turn it on once, you stuck on it. Movie magic roll, music in your chest, GK chapter slide.